Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. I want to tell you about Anchor. I've been with Anchor since I started podcasting, and it's a great platform. Why is it so great? Because it's so easy and it's free. There's a lot of creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast. You could do it right from your phone or your computer. Not only that, now you can add any song from Spotify directly to your episodes. The possibilities are just endless, you guys. Whatever you want to do, you want to have your own radio show, you want to do music analysis, you could do whatever creative thing you want to do with Anchor. Also, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. So it's going to be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can also make money from your podcasts with no minimal listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Are you having a problem in your dating or relationship life and you need a question answered? Well, go to my website. The link is in the podcast description, and you'll see how you can ask Yaz a question and get it answered confidentially. So go to the podcast description and look for the link where it talks about how Yaz will answer your question. Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. Tonight, I want to talk about some listener questions that I got, and also some that were in our group that people asked, okay? So I'm going to dive right in, and the first one is very typical what a lot of people are dealing with, okay? So she writes, so me and my fiance have been together for 2 years and have 2 kids together. We've been living together for a year now. I've been noticing that he has been distant lately. Last night, he got a text message from someone that I didn't recognize. So last night, I asked him, who was that? He said, I don't know. I don't need to read it. So I asked last night who it was again. He said, I don't know. I'm always wondering if he's been texting another woman or not. He always says that you think that I'm always lying, and I'm not. So I told him last night, I feel like I'm not going to be good enough for him. Then he says that I'm losing my mind. Then this morning, I found out that he did lie to me. He has been messaging another woman behind my back, and he wants to hook up with her. He calls her baby and loves the naughty pics and videos that she sends to him. So I'm asking, what should I do? Okay, here we go. This is so common today. So common. So many people are in relationships or they're married and they're finding their partner messaging somebody else. This is what happens with, the ease of social media, okay? So here's the thing. First of all, he's gaslighting her a little bit. He's telling her, oh, she's losing her mind and everything. He's trying to make her feel like she's crazy. This is all typical, you guys. What do I always tell you? Trust your gut. Trust your gut, all right? And when he said to her, when she asked him, about that message, and he said he didn't want to read it, she had every right to ask him, check your message. And by him hesitating, that shows that he had something to hide. And later on, she found out that he was, talking to this other girl that he wants to hook up with. Well, my advice to her is, number one, be thankful you didn't marry your fiancé there, okay? But she does have 2 kids together with him. But the bottom line is this. You can't trust him, all right? So you have to make a decision as to whether you want to, give him that one warning and say to him, I'm telling you right now, if I catch you doing it again, I'm out of here, and make them understand. But I'm going to tell you, all right, from experience, most of them are going to do it again, okay? And when you don't leave somebody like that, you become like desperate. Now they know that they could do what they want. You caught them and you're still going to, give them another try. But I'm not telling you to throw away a relationship when there's 2 kids involved. That's why you give somebody one shot. Now, the fact that she found out that he's texting this other girl and wants to hook up with her, how does she know he hasn't hooked up with other people the whole time she's been together with this guy? Because let me tell you something. When you find out that, when you find your partner is doing something that they shouldn't be doing, such as sexting somebody else, or they've hooked up with somebody and you catch them, that's not usually the first time that they've done it. They could have been doing that the whole time they were in a relationship with you. So this is why I tell you guys, you got to look deep into somebody, okay? You got to know who you're dealing with. You got to know about their past history. What was their track record like? To know, what's their pattern? What is this person capable of? How are they treating me? Okay. And the other thing that she did that I thought was a big no-no, all right, is she says something to the effect of, I feel like you're not that into me and everything like that. When you say that to somebody else, like, I feel like you're not really into me, right there, you let your power go down to 0. Okay. Because now you're showing them that, you're sitting there and you're sweating them and, it's affecting you so badly and they know it. They know that they have the upper hand. Okay. So, in her situation, I know from my own personal experience, if I was in a situation like that, and I could leave that situation, I would leave that situation because I know the odds of it happening again are very, very high, okay? And I would not want to waste my life to a year down the line, 2 years down the line, to find out that the person has done it again, okay? That's why I tell you guys all the time, time is valuable. Time is valuable. So many people give somebody so many chances that they shouldn't, okay? You give a person one chance. And in a situation like this, she's engaged to this guy. She's got 2 kids with this guy. All right. So, what is she? I'm sure there were other red flags going on here, and she's still stuck around. Okay. A lot of times people are not picking up on the red flags, you guys. When you feel that your partner is off or something's going on, you got to see if something's going on in their life, or if, something's going on in their life. In other words, they're having a major problem at work, or they're having a family issue or something to those effects, or if, they could have an outside interest somewhere. And that's exactly what's going on here. So, if she's able to go off on her own and start over, then she should. She should, okay? Because he broke her trust. And without trust, there is no relationship, okay? You've got to be able to trust your partner. You don't want to sit there and have to, always worry what they're doing or who they're talking to. And let me tell you something. It's like you could sit down with your partner and you could tell him, listen, I'm telling you right now, if I ever catch you texting another person or anything like that, okay, you and I are done, okay? You could tell them blue in the face, but let me tell you something else. If they really want to do it, they could do it, and they could do it without you knowing, okay? They could do it from their job. They could do it from another phone. They could do it from an app, okay, that they delete when they come and see you. There's 1,000. Listen, if somebody wants to cheat, they could cheat, okay? So the point is, if this guy is not truly sorry when she confronts him, all right, and he just fluffs her off or he doesn't take her seriously, you could tell when somebody, is truly sorry and doesn't want to lose you, or if somebody's just, giving you the bullshit like, oh, I'm sorry, it'll never happen again, okay? You got to know the difference, you guys. You got to know the difference, all right? And if you're dealing with somebody who's just yesing you to death or just apologizing, or something like that, then you know pretty much that person's going to do it again. And most times they do it again. So if she stays with this guy, she's rolling the dice, okay? She is rolling the dice, and I'm going to tell you, 99.9% of the time, it's going to happen again, okay? So she's got to face it. You got to face your demons. You got to face what's in front of you, all right? This is her rowboat. God has sent her a rowboat because she ought to thank God she didn't marry this guy, because if she marries this guy, she's going to end up in divorce court in a couple of years, and it'll be that much harder to start over and everything else, okay? Okay, I'm moving on to the next question, you guys, all right? She writes, a guy I have been kind of seeing for 2 months said today that he was thinking about me. I was with family today, and he was with his sons. I haven't met his sons, which I am not there yet. I have no kids. He has also indicated that his past relationships have been rough. I said today, I have a heart for folks, you know. He said, well, that's a very nice change of pace for me. He is very nice. He said he missed my face. And she writes, how long usually before guys develop feelings for a gal? And I'm in no rush at all. First of all, I'm going to answer this. First of all, you're only seeing him 2 months. 2 months, okay? He's a guy that's got kids. He's telling you that he's with his kids now. He could be with his kids, or he could be with another woman. You don't know that because you only know him 2 months, all right? Generally, if you're dating somebody within, 2 months, all right, you should be, and you've been dating them consistently, and this person is seeing you consistently, okay, making time to see you on a regular basis, all right, not just the once a week bit, all right. A lot of them will do the once a week bit and string you along. If they have more time on their hands and they're not making time to see you, that is a red flag, you guys, all right. You got to see where this person is putting their time. If they're making excuses and they're putting like all their time into other things or other people and stuff like that, you are not a priority in that person's life, which means that they like to date you, but it doesn't necessarily mean they want something more with you, okay? Or they could be dating other people. See, this is a major mistake that a lot of women make, okay? And I get it, because there's a lot of women that are looking for relationships. So they start talking to a dude, and it's only like maybe, a month, 2 months, and already they're trying to figure out, is this the one? Is this the one? Okay? He's telling me, he misses her face, okay? And all this other stuff. First of all, one of the things she doesn't write in here is how many times in that 2 months she has seen him. She could have seen him maybe twice in those 2 months and maybe talks to him, sporadically, okay? So we don't know the consistency of how often she saw this guy the last 2 months, all right? Already she's reading into, he said he missed my face. What do I tell you guys all the time? I don't care what comes out of their mouth. It means nothing, okay? Don't read into that. What I want you to look at is how often they see you, okay? Because you want to know how you know if somebody really likes you, okay? By how often they want to see you, all right? And, it's not even so much about how often they call you or text you. I mean, that's got to be consistent, like I tell you. That's how you could tell the people that are serious from the people that are just looking to date you and rotate you with the others. But a person who's interested in you for something more than just dating you is going to want to see you a lot, all right? That's how you know. So this is very, my advice to her is she needs to give it a lot more time than 2 months, all right? There's not enough information here to assess, what they did or what else he's doing in the relationship or how many dates they've been on or how often she's talked to him. So she's reading into it too soon, okay? She's definitely reading into it too soon. All right. What do I tell you? I tell you, when somebody likes you, they make it known. They move fast. All right. Unless there's somebody who is a very controlling person. Those people move fast too. I told you, you got to watch out for controlling people because, a lot of controlling people can be abusive people later on. All right. There's a lot of narcissists that do that as well, you guys. A lot of them, we talk about the love bombing all the time. That's what they do. They try to move fast. Okay. So you got to slow it down. You've got to slow it down. Because a person who's really interested with you will not have a problem moving slow with you, okay? And that's where you sit there and you watch the consistency, and that's how you're going to know whether this person really likes you or this person is just, going to waste your time, all right? So she needs to just move slowly with this guy. If she's not in a committed relationship, she says they're seeing each other, okay? So obviously, if they're just seeing each other, they're not exclusive. She should be talking to other people because she doesn't know what this guy is doing, all right? He could be, I know guys that have kids that see, these young women or these women that don't know, and they say things to them like, oh, I'm seeing my kids this weekend. Oh, yeah, I'm spending Memorial Day with my kids or something. And meanwhile, they're with the side chick, all right? So this is, don't believe everything that you hear in the beginning. You have to see if this person is regular with you, and you have to see what they're doing with their time, okay? All right, don't take them for face value. Trust is earned. So that's how she needs to do it. She needs to keep moving slowly with this guy, and she needs to talk to other people because she doesn't know what this guy is doing. Okay, you guys, I'm off to the next question. All right, this one, she writes, so recently I found out that I'm attracted to women or to a woman. I found that out after being interested in a woman for the 4th time. Unfortunately, the woman that I'm interested in is 10 years older than me and married to a guy. She's also my supervisor of sorts. While I wouldn't dare try anything with her, I do want to gain her trust and have her as a close mentor. But she has her boundaries up very high. She also is the 4th emotionally unavailable woman that I've been interested in, and it's pretty serious attraction. Like every day I think about her. I'm always looking at her Facebook. I'm always trying to talk to her. I feel insane right now, and my emotions are a mess, and I feel like I'm starting to lose it. I don't really know why I keep attracting myself to a woman who is unavailable, and it's really confusing. So I was wondering, what do you think of this situation? What advice can you give me? First of all, I'll tell you the advice. Number one, you don't fuck with your supervisor at work. That's number one, all right? Even if she was single, you just, you don't go there, all right? Unless you want to take a chance of losing your job. That's number one. And number two, you have to find people that are interested in what you're interested in sexually, okay? So she's obviously picking the wrong people. So you find yourself, you need to be in a community of other people that are interested in other women, okay? Not to go for a heterosexual woman who's involved and married in a relationship. I don't care how attracted you are, okay? And especially the fact that she's your supervisor. That's a big no, 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 all right? You need to force yourself to start focusing on other people and start looking in groups where people are interested in the same sexuality that you're interested in. So you have something in common so that you're into the same things. It's the same thing with heterosexual people. When they're trying to find a partner, you find people that have common interests. You could build off that with somebody. You have something in common. All right. Like I saw this. Oh my God. I saw this episode, you guys, on Catfish, where he catfished this other guy. All right. He was a homosexual man, and he hit up this guy on TikTok, and the guy he hit up was a heterosexual male, and he knew it. And he talked to him for a year pretending to be a woman. And the guy that he was talking to, he would never video chat with him. He never gave him his number. First of all, I got to do a whole episode on catfishes, all right? If somebody doesn't give you their phone number, if somebody doesn't video chat with you, or you haven't met them after let's say, 6, 7 phone conversations, that is a huge red flag, okay? You got to be aware of these people. There's a lot of catfishes online, so you got to do a video chat with these people. But the other thing, too, is you got to be careful, too, because they could use their friends that could be in on the gag on the catfish to video chat with you. So you got to get somebody's name. You got to check them out. You got to see who they are and do your research and figure out, are you dealing with who you think you're talking to? All right. But the point I'm trying to make, getting back into this, is that you don't cross those boundaries. This is like why she's having no luck. She's picking unavailable women. She needs to find women that are into her sexuality. Okay. And she'd have a better shot and find the ones that are single on top of it. It's like, I'm not going to go into a group and put myself in the wrong group looking for something that's not there. Then I'm not going to have things in common with that person. So you have to keep it in mind, you guys, and you got to be comfortable with your sexuality, all right? Everybody's entitled to be whoever they want to be, all right? But you can't sit there and try to change other people. They are who they want to be as well. So find people that are into what you're into. Okay? And don't pretend to be something that you're not. Own who you are. Own who you are. Okay? And, find somebody who's available, and don't be going after your supervisor of all people, who happens to be married. That's the advice that I give her on that one. Okay, you guys, this one is another common one that I see a lot, okay, with a lot of people. She writes, is it wrong of me to be upset when my husband talks to another female that they say I love you to each other? I asked him to not talk to her until I get to the bottom of things, but yet he talks to her behind my back. What should I do? I'm literally so confused. It makes me feel like she means more to him than I do. Let alone, I just found out they talk about her personal business, and she writes that they shouldn't be, all right? And, he's also saying to her how he loves her and everything like that, all right? And he's telling her that it's just a friend of all things, okay? So this is what's going on here. And she writes, he talks to me about not my husband or something like that. But basically, she's upset because he's talking to this female friend, and he's referring to her. He's saying, I love you to her and stuff like that. And she's the female friends giving the personal business and everything to him. And here's basically what's going on, all right? He's very close to his female friend. Now, people there's friends and there's friends, all right? So if he's becoming too close to this female friend, all right, and he's tied at the hip where he's sitting there and he's talking to her more than he's talking to his own wife, or he's being more intimate and personal with her and talking to her, even as close friends. We're not even talking about sexually. That could be that he's having kind of like an emotional affair with that person. All right. And I'm going to tell you why I say that, because today or tomorrow, she has problems with her husband in the relationship. Let's say they have a big argument or something like that. Who do you think he's going to run to? He's going to run to that female friend. And if that female friend doesn't like his wife, okay, this is when you have, a third party involved in your relationship. And these outside people can break up relationships. It could be friends. It could be family. All right. It could just be somebody at work. It could be buddies. It could be girlfriends. When you let other people into your relationship, you have to be very careful. All right. So, it depends on his relationship with this girl. If he's known her since childhood, if they were childhood kids, all right, if they're like sister, brother. But let me just say one thing with regard to that. Even your closest friend, all right, should not take priority over your partner. Your partner takes priority. And if he's giving too much time to this friend and it's taking away from his relationship to the point where his wife feels like, he's closer with this person than he is with her, then that's a problem. That's a problem, okay? Because he's got to understand you're married now. You're married now. Your priority is your wife, your home, your children. That comes before anything else. That comes before your outside family and everything like that. And I could do a whole podcast because I know all about this, when people bring outside family into their relationship, all right? So, and it goes the same way for a woman as well. She's got to make her husband the number one priority in the relationship rather than, let's say, a male friend, all right? I'm sure he wouldn't want her talking to a close male. I don't know many guys that would like that if she's talking to a close male friend and she's sitting there saying, I love you, okay? Even if it's in a friendly manner, okay? So like I said, there's a difference between friends and friends, okay? Because even close friends, sometimes when people are down and out, something could happen, all right? Not with everybody, but it could happen. But the bottom line is, your relationship comes before outside people, and that's where you got to set your boundaries. That's where you got to set your boundaries. Nobody's trying to control anybody and tell them that they can't be friends with somebody, but know not to cross over a boundary and sit there and have to talk to this friend every single day and be saying, I love you as a friend even, and that this person comes crying to you all the time about, their drama in their personal life, okay? The friend is not married to you. Your wife is married to you, and vice versa with the wife if she had a friend. So that's how she needs to handle that. So these are just a couple of listener questions, you guys. So I hope that helps you. And if it did, please hit the subscribe button and share, and have a great night. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz. I want to tell you about my 2 books that are on Amazon, okay? You can download them free with the trial membership from Kindle. The first book is Regain Your Power. If you're in a relationship and you feel like your partner has all the control in the relationship, maybe you're walking around on eggshells, you're afraid to approach them, it's going to tell you how to regain your power and be happy in the relationship, okay? And what you may be doing wrong, and that's why your partner has all the control in the relationship. The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time. There's a lot of people that are dating someone or in a relationship with somebody who's not really vested in the relationship. And we often are confused as to whether our partner really likes us or is into us or wants a future with us. And this book is going to give you signs and red flags of whether your partner is into you or he's just basically drifting and wasting your time. So go to Amazon and download the Kindle free trial membership. Doesn't cost you anything. And check it out. It may help you. Okay? And have a great day. Audible is offering listeners a 30-day trial. Doesn't cost you anything. It's free 30-day trial. You get to select any book that you want on there and listen to it. They have books on there about breadcrumbing, love bombing, why did they lose interest, dating, relationship, any kind of book you're interested in and want to learn about, okay? You could listen to it in your car or if you're on the bus or the train. So go to my podcast description for the link at tinyurl.com/AskYazNow and start your free trial.